Next season is going to be very difficult for Enzo Maresca. Now hear me out. Cole Palmer is a versatile player. Palmer can play as a number 10 and as a right winger. Cucurella is a versatile player. Can play as a left back. He can play in the midfield and he can also play as a winger. Most especially, he can score goals. Joao Pedro is a versatile player. He can play at the left wing. He can play the number 10 role and he can play as a false 9. Estava Williams is also a versatile player. He can play at the left and right wing and also play the number 10 role. And don't forget Maresca Caicedo. He can play at a right back and any position in the midfield. It's going to be interesting on how Enzo Maresca can use all these versatile players next season. And mind you, it's going to be very, very interesting. Now remember, our preseason is next tomorrow. We are going to be playing Bayern Leverkusen. But let me warn you, don't expect Chelsea to come out victorious in their preseason match. Because if you are going to watch our preseason with the expectation of Chelsea dominating, ending the match with a win, then you must be highly mistaken. Now, one of the reasons why we shouldn't expect Chelsea to come out victorious is because we have many new players now. And this preseason is the opportunity to test their ability. This preseason is a chance to make those players adapt to the coach system. Players like Estava Williams, Joreato, Andre Santos, and Jamie Gittins. This situation needs to be taken serious because the Premier League is about to start, which is next weekend. The Premier League is very tough. Despite the fact that we are playing Crystal Palace in our opening game, we shouldn't look down on Crystal Palace. They just defeated Man City and won the FA Cup. That makes them a threat. So this preseason, we actually give Enzo Maresca the opportunity to test the abilities of our new signing. Now this is the information I list out. This is the player we need to start in our 2 preseason match. At least all these new players, they need to have at least minimum 40 to 60 minutes of game time in the preseason match so that they can accelerate their adaptation in Enzo Maresca's system. Now, there was an early report that stated that our new signings, the only way our coach can trust them in the field is if they impress Enzo Maresca during training. Because if they don't, then there will be a regular bench warmer. And mind you, we all know that Enzo Maresca find it difficult to trust new signings. You can see how it went with Kenny Brill and Joao Felix. If Estava Williams or Jamie Gittins was not able to impress Maresca in training, then there will be a big problem later. But I think Jamie Gittins actually have the upper hand here because Jamie Gittins is our only natural left winger at the moment. So even if we sign Garnacho or Xavi Simon, because these 2 players can play as a left winger, but Jamie Gittins is still our number 1 man when it comes to that position. So I think Maresca will focus more on bringing out the best on Jamie Gittins in this preseason. But mind you, count Estava Williams out yet. Because as it stands now, Pedro Neto is in big problem. If Pedro Neto loses from this season and Estava Williams adapt quickly, then don't be surprised if Williams starts benching Pedro Neto in the middle of the season. Now mind you, in our defense, starting Joreato in our preseason is a must. Now let me remind you, Joreato is more valuable than you think. We all know that Joreato will be Cucurella replacement. And I know that 70% of Chelsea fans already predict that Joreato won't have enough game time, just as Renato Vega did. But mind you, Joreato is not just Cucurella replacement, he is also Levi Colwill replacement. In the sense that Cucurella and Joreato can start at the same time. Joreato and Levi Colwill can also start at the same time. That makes this guy more valuable in the squad. He can play as a left center back and he can also play left back perfectly. Now in our right wing, we need to start Achimpong because this guy only starts 1 game in the FIFA Club World Cup, which is against Tunis. Since Chelsea don't want to loan Achimpong, they should focus on developing this guy rapidly because this guy really needs more game time. But the problem is his physicality. If he can improve that, then it will definitely be a big problem to Malo Gusto. Now in the midfield, it's very important to start Andre Santos because as we all know, Romeo Lavia cannot be reliable. And at the moment, Andre Santos is Romeo Lavia replacement. This guy has a lot of potential, and if he can bring the best out of himself, then he's going to be a solid player for us this season. Now in our attack, we need to start the lap. And here is the fact that 90% of Chelsea fans won't accept or agree on. Despite the fact that Pedro Neto was our number 1 striker in the quarter-final of the FIFA Club World Cup, the lap is still our number 1 striker. But that doesn't change the fact that Joao Pedro will still start ahead of the lap. But when it comes to tactical reasons, I think Enzo Maresca will start the lap over Joao Pedro. And mind you, the lap didn't play quite much in the tournament. I know that a lot of people will write the lap off due to the fact that Joao Pedro outshined him in the tournament. But don't forget what the lap did last season at Ipswich. He was in a relegated team, a team that doesn't have quality players, but he still managed to score 12 goals and he even show his abilities against big teams. When he faced Chelsea last season, it was a big problem to Chelsea. I don't see any reason why Enzo Maresca would bench the lap over Joao Pedro. Now, personally for me, the player that I'm most excited to see in the preseason is Estava Williams, because this guy have the potential to be a starter at Chelsea. One thing I love about this boy is that he is a fighter. He doesn't even look at his size. He is very tiny in nature. His spirit is mighty when it comes to playing on the pitch. If he can still bring that fire at Chelsea, then Estava Williams is going to give Pedro Neto a run for his money. So Chelsea fans, this is my final lineup for the match against Leverkusen. What is your opinion on this lineup? Drop your thought on the comment section, and if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chelsea updates. See you on my next video.